When people talk about sobriety, not too many people are excited about it until you actually get to that place, right? Hey, I'm David Essel. I'm going to tell you how I got sober, how anyone can get sober. It does take commitment, but it's not as hard as you think it might be. For 30 years, I struggled deeply with alcohol and cocaine. I started at 12. I really had no intention of getting sober in life. I didn't think I needed to. But as the years went by, I started to see that when I wasn't drinking, I was feeling more and more depressed. I was always searching for something. There was never anything good enough. And so I continued to consume and consume and consume. And then one day I was dating a woman who didn't drink, and we were out of town and away for, I don't know, 4 or 5 days. And one evening, it was about midnight, I just poured a glass of wine, and she said, I need to talk to you right now. And we went into the living room of the house we were staying at, and she said, David, I know at some point you're going to leave me for alcohol. And I was completely shocked. And I said, what are you talking about? Like, we have this great relationship. We don't argue. I don't drink so much that we get into fights or anything like that. And she said, I know. But I've dated many men who drink. And eventually it all comes down to the same thing. When push comes to shove, you'll choose alcohol over me. And believe it or not, that statement was a straw that broke the camel's back. Now, for 20 years before that, my brother and I were always talking about whoever made $1,000,000 first had to take the other one to the treatment center because we both knew we had a problem, but we didn't want to do the work. And after that woman's one comment, this very, very subtle comment, within 30 days, I was in a treatment center. Within 30 days, I had raised my hand and said, enough, I can't do this on my own. Now, here's something interesting. I was actually getting so many people sober. Starting from, my Lord, 1979, 1980, I started getting people sober. But I couldn't get myself sober until I went to a treatment center. But there's even a more important point. That treatment center gave me a jump start. It gave me that opportunity to be clean and to have no substances around me at all. In a treatment center, of course it's going to be clean, right? But then when I got out, I faced all this anxiety, all this stress. This depression started coming to the surface like out of control, and I realized something. Now, this happens to be because I'm a counselor, but I realized all of those emotions, depression, anxiety, and more, I had suppressed for years with alcohol and cocaine. And once I took those substances away, all of a sudden I'm all alone, and I didn't know how to handle it. So I did the very next thing, and this is what led to me being completely sober for so many years, permanently recovered for so many years. And it's a commitment. And what I did was I hired a counselor for 52 straight weeks, and I worked with that person. Actually, I worked with two. I worked with one for a while, and then I had to switch to another one. But it was 52 weeks after the 30 days in the treatment center that solidified my permanent approach to recovery. And why do I say that it solidified it? Because when I had to go through what you go through or might go through or what you've gone through, or if you're going to get sober in the future, or if maybe your friends are, that first year can be really tough when you're on your own. And that's why I say treatment centers are a great place to start for many people, but we need much more than that. And so then we had to go through the birthdays and the holidays and all of those different events in life, weddings and funerals, without drinking, without alcohol, without my best friend. And it was from that experience that I created our permanent alcohol and life recovery program. As a matter of fact, we just came out with our brand new book, Permanent Alcohol and Life Recovery, available at Amazon. And we take you through it. It's how to go beyond the steps, how to go beyond the treatment center. What do you do when you get out of the treatment center? What do you do when you're not going to meetings? We have the program in the book. It's available at Amazon. You can also, and I'll put this below, you can also go to our website and read about the book there. And then our program for recovery, sobriety, for alcohol or any addiction, we have a 3-month or a 52-week program available. And that's all at davidessel.com or talkdavid.com. So remember, if I can get sober after 30 years of being a very heavy drinker and a heavy cocaine user and be finally free of the burden on my back, anyone can. And if I can help you, reach out to me. Grab the book, read it, and then let's go through it together. And if you're a treatment center owner, let's talk. I would love to offer our program once they get out of your center so that they have a guide for 52 straight weeks. I just had a session this morning with a woman that I helped get sober several years ago. And she said to me, David, working with you every week was the only way that treatment center that I went to would have held my recovery. The treatment center was great, but I needed someone for the next 52 weeks. That's what we do. So join me at davidessel.com or talkdavid.com. Permanent recovery from alcohol or any addiction is absolutely possible. And this is Good News with David Essel.